It's time to play Name That Card. It's time for another round of Name That Card. welcome back to Name That Card. Hello, Goat World. As you can see, I'm once again not JDZ. My name's Kenny, and I'm here with Cub, and we are going to tell you guys about the tournament today, the PWCQ 73, here, sponsored by GoatFormat.com. How are you doing today, Cub?
Doing great. How you doing, Kenny?
Not too bad. Hopefully all of the audio sounds okay. If it doesn't, please let us know so we can fix it earlier in the tournament rather than later. But we just got our pairings, I believe, for round one. So we're going to look and see who all is playing and try to get somebody fun on camera. Let's see here. Who do you feel, Cub? We got some pretty good matches, it looks like.
Let me full screen this so that my old man eyes can see.
Yeah, I could probably make this bigger on mine. Either way, for the people at home.
Sight's always a good one to watch with the Stein stuff going on. I assume that's what he's playing. We got Alvarado back in here. That's never a bad starting place.
All right. Well, let's check out Sight, and that's Sight versus Marvin.
Yep.
All right. Let's see if we can get them on camera here, and we'll go from there. See, hey, they're already in, so that's even better. Rather quiet. Okay, I'll fix that hopefully here.
I don't think I can see you on the screen either.
Oh, it did that thing, yeah. There, that might fix it. No, that didn't fix it. There, it fixed it sort of.
There we go.
And I'm gone. All right. Technical difficulties, of course. Let me turn my microphone up a little bit. Hopefully that messes with the volume. I'll pull it a little bit closer to myself also. I realize I don't really need my keyboard, so I can eliminate some space and try to get you closer. When I watched back the broadcast, it sounded okay, so hopefully this is a minor issue. So let me know if that fixes the audio on anybody on, your end audience. And here we are watching Sight and Marvin, who might not be on Cyberstein.
Sight's list are so just kind of like everywhere. But with the Tsukuyomi, he might be on his control burn deck that he's been working with for a little bit. So yeah, maybe off the Stein a little bit here. Oh yeah, I see the Blade Knight in the graveyard now. It's definitely on his control burn deck. So this should be interesting against what looks to be warriors.
Yeah, you definitely don't often see Threatening Roar in a list alongside Blade Knight and Tsukuyomi in Game 1, specifically.
Yeah, I haven't seen any recent iterations of his list. I don't know if I if I should give away like too much of it here on the stream because people might be listening in, but it is it is an interesting brew. Um, Something you don't see every day is definitely a way that you could describe it.
Well, that's what we like to see. We also like to see, exceptional players play the popular decks, but it's always refreshing to have something different.
Oh yeah, yeah, you got to have some spikes thrown in there for sure. Little seasoning on the format.
So it looks like Blade Knight cleared out that DD Warrior Lady, which of course did banish both. And he's going to follow it up with a set and pass it over to Marvin.
Yeah, both players pretty even on the card advantage here. So we see Prima come down for a Blade Knight. This could be pretty good if Sight's rocking some sort of flip effect monster here.
If it's a jar and Sight doesn't have a way to stop this attack, that could be problematic. Well,
I was thinking it might be a koala. So
it's a good
if
koala.
Marvin not playing anything out there kind of hurt a little bit, but just passes the turn, may not have anything. Let's see how Sight follows this up. Another back row. Okay, so he's playing stuff like it's not like full into the burn deck, at least not from what I remember from the most recent list that I've seen. We're just playing like Secret Barrel and stuff like that, so not really sure what to read on the back row here. But do get to boost the Blade Knight now. Take out this Koala, so that's pretty nice for Marvin. Well, I say, and then there's the Mirror Force. We have a face down for Marvin. I wonder if that could be a Moth.
Maybe
Well, I guess we're going to find out.
Oh, Suk.
A Tsukuyomi. Okay. That's an interesting one. It sure does flip itself back face down.
I don't know. He could have helped him out. Flip that Desk Koala down.
Yeah, yeah. Here, burn player, have some more burn damage for free.
Yeah, I just want to help. I'm a nice person.
That's what the game's about. Don't try to do bad things to your opponent and win the game. You have to help them.
Yes.
And in turn, they will help you.
True sportsmanship. So we have a nice little stalemate here, which has to help out the burn player immensely. Obviously.
Oh yeah, I would imagine so.
They typically burn players love to see pass. They don't often want to see cards being played and aggressive strategies. I think some people struggle with the panda burn matchup, and a lot of it really is just summon your creature or your monsters and just push as much damage as you can before they can kill you. I have found that strategy to be quite effective.
Yeah, I heard someone, or saw someone, I believe it was in the War League chat yesterday, refer to Dekoichi in the matchup as Celtic Guardian.
Yeah, that's fair.
Summoning and getting in there.
Almost the same stats, too. Very close.
Yeah, pretty close. Oh, it's a big, heavy storm here. I imagine Sight probably has some chainables, too. Yep, there's the secret barrel. Oh, double barrel. Okay. So we've got 4, 6, 7. We're doing 2,800 damage total. That's almost lethal.
If this is a koala set, that would put Marvin to 100.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Graceful Charity. All right. We thought we were safe against the burn deck, and here comes the heavy storm. No
I wonder
JDZ,
what
Jake the
this.
Snake. You got to deal with us today.
I wonder what this set monster is. This is an interesting. Oh, okay, it was another koala. Well,
Yeah.
there you go. And just like that, Marvin gets the. Sorry, Sight gets the first one, and we're gonna go into the side deck. And what do you think Marvin's going to bring in for this unique strategy that we're seeing from Sight?
Um, I mean, Marvin, it's kind of an interesting deck. I don't know if Marvin has a sort of like a trademark on what they play. Um, but it's sort of like a flip warrior, maybe. Well, we saw Deco. Oh, it could be Return, right? Um, I'd imagine they've got something like probably like Dust Tornadoes. Um, Maybe Walk, maybe not. I've seen Walk in and out of in and out of these styles of lists before.
Mm-hmm.
My guess is they'll just cite, just the regular cards for burn. Maybe Cliff the Trap Remover if it's in there. Amazonas, Archer.
Archers.
There we go.
Yeah.
That's the name. Archers. There we go. Words escape me this early. Um, Probably stuff like that. Uh, I'll uh, I'll comment on what site might be bringing in once they're done citing here.
I'm hoping that we do see Cliff the Trap Remover. I really like that card. I think it's pretty underplayed. It's a pretty good strategy against those level limit area B gravity bind type decks. Now, granted, I doubt Sight's playing that based on us seeing Blade Knight and Sook and other 4-star monsters. Actually, it just might have been those two that game, but typically against Burn, I feel like you see level limit and gravity bind. They're pretty prevalent.
Mm-hmm. May throw Marvin off a little bit seeing the Blade Knight, but
Mm-hmm.
which is kind of a and the Tsukuyomi, some weird ones there, but
I just saw Jake the Snake's comment. I hope JDZ is okay.
yeah,
He is. I talked to him this morning. He's completely fine. He said he should be back soon. So you only have to deal with me for a little bit longer, and with Cub here, and you'll have your wonderful JDZ back in no time. I believe he's Lorcana brained right now, in a good way. It's a good game, and he's having a lot of fun. We like to see people thrive and have fun when they can.
yeah, JDZ out there on his quest.
Big time. Getting all the lore.
All right, we've made it to game 2. So, in case Marvin's watching the stream, didn't want to give away any of the secrets. Sight often sides into Stein.
Oh!
In this deck.
Yeah.
So we might be seeing like Cold Wave Cyberstein stuff coming down.
Oh, Cold Wave here would be pretty good against 2 back row. Especially if
Yeah.
well, I guess you can't Last Will Exile Force that same turn, but Last Will Exile Force Heavy Storm would also be pretty impressive. Yeah, the set Graceful from the last game, I know I'm just touching on some of these. That was an interesting one, but
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, this is a great
Ugh.
start.
Yeah, heavy into pot. There's the Dust Tornado that I thought might be coming in here.
Okay,
It's a Blade
nothing,
Knight.
no OTK strategies at least this first turn.
And we set the Sasuke. Okay, so we're playing around Knock over here. At this point, I do think this is Return. But Marvin not looking to be in a great position here. Blade Knight's not boosted, but
Ooh,
Breaker coming down too. If
this
that's not a
isn't
torrential,
CT.
yeah.
This is going to be difficult for Marvin to come back from, I feel. I mean, it's
Yeah.
just 7 cards versus 3. You have a lot of aggression out. The momentum is definitely in Sight's favor. Not saying it's over, because definitely we've seen people, yeah, and that's a good example. So it's for 800. We'll see if he takes 6. He took 8. Good.
Okay, yeah. Graceful Charity into BLS or something here could be massive. Spell Canceller.
That was unexpected. And a walk. Okay, so they did
Okay.
bring in walks.
All right.
Which is good to know.
And we see the Pot of Greed. This is how you come back from these situations for sure. But yeah, no dark in the graveyard. Just we have our first wind on the stream.
Yeah. Our beautiful wind machine monster.
Don't imagine we'll be seeing too many of those today. All right, whatever Rhoda gets, I imagine can attack over one of these, so you can pick up a +1 through combat that way. Oh, we're getting Donald.
Is there a snatch steal to crash? Summon
Oh,
Donzalug, maybe?
Snatch would be gross, especially if we can take the Blade Knight and boost it.
Oh, that too. That's an interesting grab over Exiled Force or just a Blade Knight.
Yeah,
Summoning
I think it's
Dawn.
got to be Snatch, right? Yeah, it is.
That's Oh, okay. They're gonna crash. That makes sense. Unless Sight has a Dark Honest, it looks like Donzalug will connect and get rid of a card. Not what Marvin was hoping to hit, I'm sure. That
Yeah.
doesn't do a lot here.
Unless Marvin's just like rolled up with double Faith in hand. Though probably not playing Faith if this is a return strategy. Oh yeah, could have set that card before going to battle. Interesting that we didn't. I guess you want to just like get the Blade Knight off the board so that Sight can't get it back with an MST or something. So crashing makes a little sense there.
It's true. I think the only out though is MST at this point. We have Breaker and Heavy gone. Well, yeah, that's unfortunate for Marvin. So that's going to resolve, and we're going right into battle. Just like that, Sight won. The aggressive strategies seemed to work. That was impressive. Good match to both. There for a half second, I thought Marvin might have stabilized with the Snatch Dawn play, but all it did was load up Lights and Darks in Sight's graveyard. So
Yeah. Sometimes you get these cool matches where it's just like back and forth haymakers because like at first we were like, oh my god, Sight's way ahead, and we're like, oh crap, Marvin pulled it back, and then Sight's like, nah, I actually just won. So.
yeah. That was fun to watch at least, and we saw Spell Canceler. I mean, granted it didn't hit play, but we still got to see it. So this one, it looks like Alvarado's up one game here. Nessa's working with a Serpent Engrave. And it looks like Hideko's been knocked. Okay.
Good old Chaos Turbo Mirror to start the morning off right. I can still say it's morning here.
Oh, are you in Central Time? Yeah, I'm at 12:20 now, or 12:21.
Yeah, I am indeed in the Central Time Zone now. MDZ, it is indeed Cub you here. That is me. So let's see. This is game 2 here. Okay. All right.
Is that a
How did we set the? It's probably a chainable, right? Probably like a Jar of Greed or something. That was a heavy. Interesting.
That was a really weird bluff. What's the Snatch still on? Was the Snatch still on Breaker?
I think it's on Breaker. It would have to. I guess it would have to be on Breaker because you would have taken that Sork back, right?
Yeah.
With the Heavy Storm.
Yeah.
I think my inclination says we set the Heavy, we let the Breaker take it out because we have something like a Mirror Force or something in hand that we really want to protect, but obviously that could not be true. This is what my brain's saying right now. I do get the Sinister Serpent back, though. Okay, no back row. So we just threw out the Heavy Storm. Interesting.
Wondering if Nessa is light, just light of light monsters, and they are rocking with a couple of chaos monsters in hand with the Sinister Serpent. I assume the Sinister set, and so does Alvarado.
Yeah.
51, that would be lethal if that is Serpent face down.
I guess this could be Moth as well. So we're hoping to use that to get back the heavy or something.
And
But
looks like that was just a Serpent. Oh, apparently there was maybe some blunders along the way. But hey, it's the first round of the day. That's going to happen.
mm-hmm.
I myself, when I was playing against a friend last night, I probably had 3 games in a row. I was so tired, but I just kept making blunder after blunder. So we see that happen. It's never fun, but let's see who else
I
we
hear
can
I hear Gulas is playing a based deck. If
get. Oh, sure.
we want to join in there against Madcap, who I would also like to see. Just personally, I'm a big fan of Madcap.
Oh my goodness, yes.
Yeah, this is a board state.
Gulas has 7 tools, a couple 7 tools, a couple magic jammers, a Toon Goblin attack force in the graveyard. What is happening? This is Nightmare Wheel in play. This is a deck. This is a deck of all time.
Gulas is certainly known for his Drain Burn deck that plays the Toon Goblin attack force. In fact, every time I play this card, I just say I'm playing Gulas at this point. But his deck usually does not play Relinquish, that is for sure. So this is Gulas on another level here.
Yeah. Also, those of you that don't know, Gulas is has to be the most knowledgeable GOAT format person I've ever interacted with, just based on obscurity. The Your Jeopardy series that you do, I was lucky enough to be on it this past week, but my goodness, is he's so fast at buzzing in, and he just knows these incredibly obscure cards, flavor texts. It was really impressive to watch him work.
Yeah, Gulas definitely goes deep with his knowledge of the format. That is for sure.
Mm-hmm. There were some flavor texts that I'm like, how do you know this one? There's so many vanillas in GOAT. Like, how?
The Flame Cerberus one was really good. We've got Janjo here in the chat too. Janjo was a champion for several weeks in a row, and I think got the most impressive flavor text one that we had, which was the whole flavor text of the card is like a living wonder of mystery, I think. And somehow Janjo pulled out Soul Eater. So
Oh, wow.
some people just know their cards.
Yeah.
Boneheimer is the best flavor text. Yeah.
It has a ridiculous one. I found a copy going through bulk like 2 days ago, and I showed it to my local shop owner who had definitely never seen the Boneheimer flavor text, and he had a nice laugh and insisted on showing everyone in the store the flavor text for Boneheimer. So yeah, that's a good one. I was happy that I got Shape Snatch. Of course, older Pojo Duelist Grounds people definitely remember Shape Snatch, but
Yep.
the bow tie got me. I'm like, wait a minute, I know this. This is one of the few. All right, so we're gonna start off with a Manju getting a Relinquish. Not too bad. Anytime you're setting yourself up for extra little pieces of advantage, it helps put you in a position to win. Of course, we're on turn 1, so that's not saying much at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Unbanned Shape Snatch. Yeah, I think they should. It's a shame that it was banned for so long. Of course, it was restricted for 3 years before they finally banned it. But
All right. Oh, Tsukuyomi for Manju too. That's pretty good.
oh yeah, it works on flip summon. Yeah, true.
Maybe we can suck up this face down monster with a Relinquish. But okay, we're gonna hit the Manju with the ring. Stop that Tsukuyomi loop. I'm not sure I'm not sure how the Panda Burn matchup usually is against Relinquished. I would say, I don't know. I just don't know. But
I,
Madcap plays his own version of Panda Burn, so we'll see how well it does. Madcap's version a little bit more passive on the defensive side.
I see. So with the tokens from Trio, I would assume that typically relinquished decks wouldn't mind seeing that
Mm.
too much, just because they can get rid of them to the Black Illusion Ritual. But at the same time, if they're coming at you with 6,000 damage to go along with those or three tokens, that that might be problematic. You don't want to. Gulas does not want to see a bunch of just desserts and stuff at the table. Can we
Yeah,
get
that's
some
true.
fun green screen things going on behind me? So behind me right now are a bunch of tubs that I brought when I moved. I'm still recently moved and nothing's unpacked. So this is done through like my graphics card. This isn't a green screen, funny enough. The only thing I can add is like just an image of something behind me, but then it like I look really weird in the outline. I was going to have like a big pot of greed or something behind me, but that didn't work out. So unfortunately, for now, we have just a nice black background. But I'll have something hopefully by the next time I stream one of these GoFormat.com Discord tournaments or the FLCs or whichever online Goat tournament I live stream next.
Get a big image of Boneheimer back there.
Just the flavor text, not even the art.
Just the flavor text, yeah.
That would be funny. That would be very funny. Yeah. Maybe I'll buy the original art for Boneheimer. That's my goal in life. I want to be that rich. I can track this painting down. Probably hand drawn the original Boneheimer painting.
That'd be so sick. That makes me wonder now. I have an uncle that actually did some art for Magic cards, and I wonder if he has any of the originals left.
That would be awesome. Yeah. I mean, even if it's not, the most well-known card or anything, like just original Magic art, like the art for Magic is pretty intense, like very well detailed, great fantasy art.
Oh yeah, for sure. I remember when they released, was it Prophecy Destroyer? I think.
Prophecy
That
Destroyer.
looked like Magic art, and everyone was like, "Whoa, maybe Yu-Gi-Oh's going to this," and then they decided to not go that way.
Oh, it's a Yu-Gi-Oh card. Is it like a big demon thing?
Yeah, yeah,
I think I remember this. I think that existed when I was still actively playing.
believe so from the talks that we've had.
Let's see. Oh yeah, I remember this guy. I had to Google it very quickly. All right, and so we have just a nice little stalemate. Gulas's deck is obviously a little bit slower with the Relinquished. I mean, it can speed up if Gulas draws Sorks and BLS, but right now, okay, draw phase space on the Nightmare Wheel is not too bad. Save
Yep,
pain to
we'll
burn
be
a
looking
couple
at
life points.
could be looking at maybe Morphing Jar here. Does Koala? I know Madcap plays Koala. Also plays Spy. Be an interesting one here. But no,
Pass. Okay.
just saving life points, I guess. See, yeah, I know Gulaw's discarded or relinquished, so we don't know if we've got another one plus a Black Illusion Ritual to suck this up, but I guess Nightmare Will do the job again. Interesting to see the Nightmare Wheels in the relinquished deck. Janjo asked if I have any signed cards. I absolutely do have signed cards from my uncle. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
what do you know any specific off the top of your
Oh,
head, like types of art? Oh wow, that is crazy! Holy
I
smokes! What
I
a
love this.
blowout!
I forgot Madcap plays Protector in this deck, but yeah, that's gonna eat that Graceful Charity.
That is pretty fun. That's awesome.
Um,
Desert Sunlight in response to a Graceful. You know, Gulas is like, sure? Sees that thing flip. No way.
I wish this worked like it does in Magic, where Gulas would still have to discard the 2 cards.
Oh, yeah, because the card happens.
Yeah, it's like Hull Breacher in response to a Brainstorm. I'll make a bunch of treasures, and you can put 2 cards back on top of your deck. Thank you.
There was another. Was it Notion Thief? Was that the Flash person that
Notion
used to see
Thief.
play? That's a bit
Yep,
older,
that's
but
the
once
one.
again, like, I took a nice 10-year high. I mean, Magic, I've had an actual 10 years off of Magic. So
Yeah,
I'm not no clue. Like now I know they have Spider-Man, SpongeBob sets, which I think is it's weird, but
yeah.
hey, I'm all for it. If people like it, that's what I'm for.
Definitely done some cool things over there, but I'm over here sticking with my old Boomer 2005
That's right.
Yu-Gi-Oh format here.
We're Yugi boomers.
All my cards have small art boxes and only 1 line of text.
Yeah,
Gulaw's looking pretty good here, despite the Graceful Charity not going off. 3-turn clock on the Nightmare Wheel.
66 is a huge hurdle to get over with one Just Dessert's gone already.
Yeah. Especially Madcap not setting any more back row, so kind of thinking we don't have any more burn going on over there.
Madcap's also not setting monsters though, which is bizarre. I
Yeah,
feel
I
like you would see
know.
something.
Yeah, I know Madcap. He recently passed me his list. I could probably just bring it up and actually be informed here. Yeah, he plays like Shield and Sword, and My Body is a Shield, and stuff like that, and maybe could have sided into like mind controls and stuff like that. So maybe we just don't have the regular burn tools in hand. Just kind of drew the wrong half of the deck.
That could definitely be it. At this point, it looks like Gulas is just. I mean, it would make sense. Ride out this Nightmare Wheel and see if it wins. He's on a 2-turn clock, so.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Could draw the 3rd Nightmare Wheel, flip it up in the game. Big Shield Garden. Okay, I'll take care of that knock.
those of you just joining, we're in the first round of PWCQ 73, right? We're in 73 already? Not even 70? Not
That is
71?
correct.
73. And so next week, for those of you that play in-person tournaments, I just want to give a quick shout out. There is a Goat Grand Prix in Lexington, Kentucky. The flyer might be a little tiny, but it should be on the bottom left hand of your screen right now. Those of you that are watching this, if you can make it to that, that'd be great. Spots are filling up. Yesterday when I checked, they had 32 of 48. So there's only, 15, 16 slots left, depending on how many signed up since last night. So if you have the ability and you want to play some fun Goat, I would definitely suggest checking that one out. I'll be there. I believe Cub, you'll be there too.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So it should be a great tournament. If you show up, make sure to come up, say hi, and we'll get some fun coverage of that next week. I'm looking forward to that one.
Lexington's a cool place. Would recommend.
Yeah, it is. I definitely have a lot of fond memories going to Yu-Gi-Oh! Magic. I guess just those two. Both of those tournaments there in Lexington, and just visiting the city too. It's pretty close to me, which is nice.
Yep, it's about a 2-hour drive for me. Not
Yeah,
too bad.
likewise. Yep. I'm used to driving, 7 hours to Detroit, or
Uh-huh.
heaven forbid,
Nope.
even farther drives. So yeah, I'm thankful for this one being a lot closer. It's very nice. We do see an Ojama trio to lock the board, so I mean this could be tricky. We're
Yeah.
looking at 900 damage over this Big Shield Gardener right now, with a double attack into it. Like, yeah, Gulas would take, 2,600 maybe, but
Hmm. I guess you got to play it a little safe, right? Because if you do
mm-hmm.
take the 26, you get a 4,000. And what if Madcap was, just holding on to just desserts or something?
Just Dessert's Barrel would be lethal in that scenario. That is true. I wonder what we'll see, though. I mean, a Panda here with a couple of burn spells would also be lethal.
Yeah, very tricky spot for sure. But Gulas has the initiative, being the turn player, so. Uh-oh. Guess we got some dueling book lag going on here. At least for me.
Yeah, it's reconnecting on my end.
Since you mentioned Detroit, we do have GGP Detroit and Livonia coming up as well. Both of those pretty close to each other.
Yeah. So Livonia is next month, right? The 26th, I believe, of April at RIW Hobbies. Great store. Greatly big recommendation on my end. Pam is a wonderful owner. They've been part of Magic and Yu-Gi-Oh since before I was part of either.
Yeah.
So
Forever.
yeah, they are a big fan of that group of folks. And their store is awesome. That's the first time that last year's event was the first time I'd been in RIW. That store I could get lost in. Like, it feels like Willy Wonka's Chocolate Factory.
Oh, I didn't even know you were there. At
Yep,
the
yep.
GGP?
I did so bad last year. Yeah, I played Chaos Control. I thought I was gonna do something special with Metamorphosis. I did. I lost like the first three, so I
Okay.
did something really special with it. Um, but yeah.
I was there playing Pac-Man.
Oh, phenomenal, phenomenal.
Having a good time.
Yeah.
I hold that I have more match wins with Pac-Man in the GGP than anyone else in the world. I
That
hope that's true.
has to be close to true. How many? If you have like four, you probably are up there.
I went 3-3, but close to 4.
Yeah, I would say you probably are still there for GGPs.
Yeah, I can't imagine many people have even registered Pac-Man in a GGP.
Mm-hmm. That is a deck. Maybe I'll play that tomorrow at locals. I need something spicy, and that sort of sounds fun. So maybe I'll look at Pac-Man tomorrow. But I can't because now everybody at my locals is going to hear that I'm playing Pac-Man and they'll side for me.
Everybody's just gonna load up on Decrees and Jinzo. Really get you.
There we go.
Speaking of, Gulas found himself out of this situation with the Ojamas. Gonna take some damage from the secret barrel plus the Ojamas, but
Yeah.
looking a lot better for him now. And this is main phase 1. Madcap has 1 back row and is at 1,000.
Did
Well,
we get a
so much for the back row.
search? Okay, well, I might have missed the Sangan search either way. It didn't matter, but I was checking out the chat here for the PWCQ. Sui is saying there's protests near their house and they can't focus, and then the next line is they're boycotting Chaos Turbo. So you had me in the first half. I'm not gonna lie, that's the joke, right? Wasn't expecting to see that, and that's fair. That's fair. Chaos Turbo is a very consistent, strong deck, and I know that it's not a lot of people want that to be what is like the go-to deck for competitive tournaments, and I get that, but you got to give it its flowers. Performs well,
Yep.
but Warrior has won, the last GFC. It won the tournament in Muncie last weekend. So, I mean, granted, those of you that don't know this, I'm going to go ahead and say it. I don't have a deck list to share with you, even though I do have the deck list. there was a deck that got second place at a 48-person tournament last weekend. Console tournament. First was a PS5, second was an Xbox, third, fourth were Switches. That was playing Gagagigo and Ryukoki in the same deck. The Gagagigos were for Abyss Soldier discards, and they're just a big beater. And they were using Book of Lives and Kokis and Turtles to just really the Book of Lives were not even just to summon these big zombies; they were also just to manipulate the graveyard. They performed absolutely amazing. I believe Liz finished X1, lost in the finals to the guy that beat me in top four. It was an absolute wonderful showing with some fresh goat format in there. I mean, Gagagigo. Who's playing that? Come on, you love to see it.
I really think there's something there with the zombie decks. I was considering tinkering around with that, just like zombies plus skill drain plus an earth package or a warrior package or something. Definitely something that could be done, and I guess the answer was Gagagigo and Abyss Soldier, but
yeah, and I mean she had tough matchups all day too. It wasn't like she was, playing against people that were playing in their first GOAT tournament. Yeah, very strong showing. I watched her smashing ground a Sinister Serpent, and I went, "What is she doing?" And then she Book of Life it away for a Ryukoki, and I did the Home Alone
that's so
full.
sick.
Yeah, it was awesome. Yeah, great performance by Liz in that tournament. And she's the local to that store, so the store didn't have some not to say outsider, but somebody from home performed incredibly well, which is also nice.
Yeah, always love to see that. And the best toasty, a lot of good players in this one. We've got Alvarado, Gulas, Madcap here. Other names are escaping me. We've got Sight. We've got a whole bunch of good players. These PWCQs are usually pretty stacked.
Yeah, Dueling
even
High's
if they're
playing.
on the small end. Up Dueling High up. Got some good ones in here for sure.
Okay, so we'll have 1,000. Not too bad. It's worth it to maybe clear that big shield. We're looking at 4 cards versus a nice 7. Granted, one of them is probably a pretty... Never mind. Ignore what I was about to say. Both pieces were had. I thought for sure one of them was just dead, but no. Never dead. They're always live. So, pretty good spot for Gulas right now, I would say, even though the life points are in Madcap's favor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No lock pieces for Madcap. 4,800 is not the highest life total of all time against Burn, but it's I think I said 4,400, 4,800. It's totally serviceable. That's true.
Yeah.
Cub skipping over the BLS players. It's it's because I don't know how to play BLS. My bad. I don't have. I should probably have the bracket pulled up if I'm going to be doing this whole commentating thing, right? Let me do that, and then I can actually look at the players.
Sorry, we have an entire back row set. As we saw in the last game, I mean, Gulas is playing 7 tools and Magic Jammer. Of course, Magic Jammer, you need to discard a card. But it's safe to assume that there's some kind of a counter trap face down, at least one. We also saw Nightmare Wheels, and right here we see one activated. So Gulas is playing with some of the business, I like to say, just ways to handle annoying or potential threats in unorthodox ways. You usually don't see Nightmare Wheel and Relinquished in the same deck, I would say. And that's pretty awesome. I like seeing this fresh flavor we've had so far in 2025. It's been very nice. Looking forward to seeing what else the rest of the season takes us. We're just now in the beginning, so.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. Like you mentioned before that Warrior's been putting up all these big numbers, and even like in War League, Chaos Turbo's been below 50%, and Warriors had a great showing. Nightmare Wheel could be one of those things where Gulas is like, maybe I could use this for the aggro decks, which are generally good against Relinquish. So I don't hate the inclusion here. Maybe a little bit of a meta call.
I think it is. There's a couple of things, right? So Nightmare Wheel, if you don't plan on winning in like 2 or 3 turns by attacking, Nightmare Wheel can lock a monster down until you get like a Relinquished or Thousand Eyes Restrict Souk combo, so you can just start taking them. Oh, this isn't a
Ooh.
bad play. This is a really good play.
Yeah.
Oh, this is gonna change the tides here. Let's see what
You love
will
this
get
if you're a
changed.
Gulas fan.
Sangan
one
grabbing
secret barrel.
something is. What is Sangan gonna grab? Souk probably. DD Warrior Lady maybe. Let's see.
Could just be grabbing another Manju.
Ooh, that's a lot of damage.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
7
Grade
tools.
7
That's
tools
brutal.
use.
That's brutal.
Alright, so we're going to have 5,
Gulas
10,
gonna be taking
minus
2,000. And already used his normal summon, so be interesting. 1,800 is not safe, though Madcap only has 1 card. We'll have 2, assuming the turn does get passed here. See what Sangan gets. We have seen Gulas search Toon Goblin Attack Force with a Sangan before. Will we see it again?
That's good. That's a good strategy. I like this. I've been playing Witch of the Black Forest all week. I got confused. I'm sorry. So one of my friends that was a Magic player for a decade and a half, He started playing Goat last June actually, and we had him read after he was fully ingrained. We had him read some of the banned cards, and he's like, "I want to play with Witch of the Black Forest. I can get my Jinzo." And I'm like, "Yeah, me too. I would love to play with Witch of the Black Forest." Yeah. All right,
That card would be quite good.
Yes, it would.
I know people have talked about maybe playing around with it in M-Goat again, but maybe that'll happen. Maybe it won't. We do have double Black Illusion Ritual in the deck. Okay.
I'm just keeping the monster.
Okay. Oh, you can grab Thunder Dragon with Witch? That's no, thank you.
Good call on that. Thunder Dragon.
We don't need Witch.
I'm thinking small.
We don't need Witch.
Thinking all these tribute monsters when the actual answer is Thunder Dragon, which I guess is still a tribute monster. All right, we'll see if top deck
sure is.
Something Panda gets there. Top deck Just Desserts gets there. Secret Barrel gets there if there's no chains. Handful of outs for Madcap here. And it's tied 1-1, right? Yep, 1-1. So this is game 3, the deciding game. It's going to be a set. Could it be Cyber
Scary.
Could be.
Scary thing for Gulas is Madcap doesn't even need to win right now.
Yeah, that's true.
Because Gulas' board is clogged up here.
This would be a very good jar of any variety.
Yes, absolutely.
If this is a Big Shield Gardna, he might be taking a lot of damage with that Relinquished, right?
Yeah. Oh.
I'm surprised. Am I misremembering what Relinquish does? They take the damage that you would, right? Oh, it has to die by battle.
No. Any. Yep.
Okay, my apologies. I thought that it did something slightly different.
Yeah, same. I always have to read that last line of Relinquished again.
Yeah.
Level limit looking pretty decent here. Madcap being conservative with the Panda, though, so that is a lethal attacking force over there. So if Gulas doesn't have anything to stop it, we have lethal on board, but...
It's also important to note that Witch of the Black Forest cannot get Gyakugiri Panda. So maybe it is fine. Maybe it is fine.
Truth. Truth.
All right, let's see.
It's
what
interesting.
Madcap can do.
Format Library was running some like one-off tournament where they had Witch and Magical Scientist unbanned.
For Goat?
Yeah.
Like it's Goat just with those 2 cards legal, one of each.
No, it was a whole different like ban list. Like they had Chaos Sorcerer banned and Blade Knight Limited and a whole bunch of stuff. But I just thought it was interesting that we had 3 Reckless Greed with Magical Scientist and Witch unbanned, and I
Ooh,
just it speaks to me. That's a clutch Magic Jammer on the Giant Trunade.
that it is.
Trunade resolving there, of course, would be the end of Gulas' round 1.
That might be a new, fresh Magic Jammer just set as well.
Could be. I like the use of these counter traps here. 7 tools and Magic Jammer. I'm a big fan of both of those cards. Yeah, Janjo's right. Magic Jammer is quite underrated, I think. It takes a certain deck to be able to actually utilize it well, but if you don't like Heavy Storm, there's your answer. Nightmare Wheel's pretty good here. Get some chip damage going. But as it currently stands, Gulas cannot play a single card.
He's completely locked up. Maybe there's a Mystic Walk face down. I feel
Could
like
be.
probably not, though. With the discard of Tsukuyomi, you would certainly walk away a token to try to flip-flop this Relinquished.
Mm-hmm. We got Prima coming down. We do have 2 more copies of Panda in the graveyard. Also worth noting, there's less than 1 minute left in the round. So,
Well, Burn going to time with a Nightmare Wheel is an interesting... okay, we have a Mirror Force for the Panda attack.
yeah. Oh, Madcap's thinking on it. We could have My Body as a shield over there?
Wow, that would be...
Be
That'd be risky, but...
Sometimes you gotta risk it. But decides not to if that's what Madcap has over there. The Nightmare Wheel... One more turn of Nightmare Wheel would put Madcap below Gulas in life, so that's not helping out as far as time goes.
Alright, did they call time? I know...
I haven't seen it called yet. Oh, yeah, time has been called. Alright, so Gulas going to be turn 1. Yeah, because they called time at 12:54.
Yeah.
Alright. Nail-biter ending here.
I mean, life points are so close, too, that the Nightmare Wheel matters. This other Panda that could, in theory, still attack, not into a Mirror Force, like, very important next couple of turns for these duelists.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, everything, especially if this is turn 1. That means Madcap gets turn 2, Gulas gets turn 3.
Yes.
I need to brush up on on time rules a little bit more. I have never been to time in a Yu-Gi-Oh tournament.
I have been to time a few times. I was actually in time in top 8 this last tournament. It was unfortunate. I mean, I got the win, but it was due to time and not like a lethal attack. I don't like time top 8s.
Yeah,
it's weird.
Yeah,
Like the
yeah,
regular tournament, I get, but
yeah. I'm also not used to timed top 8s, but I've also seen matches go on for literally 4 hours in an untimed top 8, so I get it.
Yeah. So Game Time in Detroit, their locals, or not their locals, but their tournaments, they have timed rounds, but I believe the finals only, they don't time. And I've definitely watched AJT have some crazy matches, like but they might also take an hour and a half. But
Yeah. Yeah.
he's an exceptional duelist. Obviously,
Oh yeah.
his resume precedes him, but very very strong player.
We got MDZ asking how many players we got. I believe we have 49.
Click off just for a half second. Yep, 49. All right, so there's a wave motion cannon that's also in play, and another magic jammer. So that new card that was set was a magic jammer.
Yeah, you were right. You called it.
Oh,
here's the barrel.
Do you have a
Do you have anything,
tools?
Gulas?
Do you have a 7 tools to stop this Gulas?
The way this is going, it would not surprise me if Gulas did. But I'm seeing typing, so I think that might be GG's.
Oh, so close. Oh, wait, that draws? Oh, come on. This would be a wild...
We would have sudden death, right? That's how that works? Oh my god.
So, yeah, we're going to go to a game 4, it looks like. And I was wrong on this before, during one of my live streams, this happened. What?
No, yeah, it should be no siding, right?
That, I don't recall if you can side or not. That part I'm not sure. I know they start the game in turns, though.
Fox said... apparently, Gulas is talking to Fox, so...
Okay.
I guess
that seems tedious to click...
Yeah.
And not just do instant lock-ins. I understand that if somebody does an instant lock-in, like... Yeah, that's the thing. You're supposed to rock, paper, scissors for the... or a die roll to see who goes first.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't know why they would try to... Yeah, I agree with Madcap here. That is a long way to do this. They should just both accept the draw and then just instant lock.
Oh, yeah, I guess you could roll a dice. Because you've got the die roll thing. But yeah, this is
22 cards to go back for each duelist. I mean, that's a lot of clicking.
I get it, but... Yeah. We need... I draft Fiber Jar every time I can in my cube.
Oh, of course.
And it's actually coded on here to where like you can activate the Fiber Jar effect and it will manually just send everything back or automatically, so you don't have to do it. We need that just as a button.
Yeah, I mean when you do this, it also is going to start lagging Dueling Book like crazy when you input 22 clicks on each side for one specific game when there's already hundreds of other games happening. Yeah, this is not a very good process. But, you know, we're here. I don't mean to complain about it, be a Debbie Downer. It's just, this seems like a really antiquated, like YVD would have done this better in 2004.
I roll. Let's go. Now you're speaking. Now you're speaking my language. We do high roll here to see who goes first. Madcap rolling a 3. Right in the middle. Gulas has worse internet than Madcap, proven. That's probably true.
It should be 3 turns followed by life points.
Oh, is it 3 turns? Okay.
I'm pretty sure. Or like, I think it's actually 4, right? 0, 1, 2, 3, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
I thought for a long time it was sudden death in this game.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. This has to favor Madcap, right?
Oh, yes. I mean... well, I say that, and then, you know, if Gulas can get a BLS out, maybe that's enough. Like, I feel like that's almost what Gulas has to hope for. If we see multiple back row here, it's not going to be good for him. Yeah. 3 is
Yeah.
pretty strong. So this is turn 1 of 3 for Gulas. Well, for the whole duel. Gulas is yeah, there we go.
Like the 7 tools isn't going to be helping you here. I guess like Gulas could have opened on 3 copies of Wave Motion Cannon or something just
true.
ridiculous like that.
Yeah.
But even then, that's only 3,000 damage because you only get 1 turn of setup for it. All right, Manju into knock. It's a good way to push some damage here. And we do have the secret barrel. That's the same amount of damage as Manju. So Koala would have been pretty busted here. There is a card in Goat that skips turns for Wave Motion Cannon. That is actually not true. I believe you're thinking of Pyroclock of Destiny, and that card only works with 4 different cards. It works with Final Countdown, Light Force Sword, Swords of Revealing Light, and there was one other. I think maybe it's just 3.
I definitely forgot that card even existed until you just said it.
It was part of my my series of 50 worst cards in Goat format. So I've got those sort of burned into my mind. But now that I can't think of the last card that it works with, I have to look this up. But Madcap ahead by 1,400 life points here, with a level limit area B down. So looking pretty good for the burn side, as I think we all kind of thought it might be.
I imagine we're gonna have something like a ceasefire or just dessert set. And if things go really well for Madcap, you know, a Mirror Force would be among those 2 sets. But I feel like we have at least 500 points worth of burn damage set right
now. Nightmare Will, okay. Not really going to have enough time to
900
for that to make up the life points, but
well, we'll see. Maybe with a Tsukuyomi here, it's, you know, well, I guess level limit. Never mind. Ignore me.
It'd be interesting to see what Gulas has here, because this is his last turn. Life point.
Oh,
Sangan, okay. That makes up the life point disparity here. Nightmare Wheel. That's gonna stop it.
Do we have a Space Typhoon? No. Congratulations, Madcap, on that one. That is a wild match to win.
Yeah. Well played.
Yeah. Great by both duelists there. So I think that's the last one we were waiting for, right? For results. Yep.
I would imagine so.
We should have round 2 pretty quickly.
Let's go. I double checked. There is no 4th card for Pyroclock of Destiny. The 3 cards that I mentioned are the only cards it works with, and Janjo is incorrect. It does not skip standby phase maintenance costs. That would be Solomon's Law Book that does that one.
Once again, you guys are pulling out bangers that I've forgotten all about. Solomon's Law Book, it's obviously fair serving. You can picture the art. It's exactly what it sounds like. It's just a big book.
It sure is. Yep. It has... Actually, speaking of Madcap pointed out that it has a weird use where if you skip the last standby phase where Swords of Concealing Light would be destroyed in your standby, the Swords of Concealing Light stays. So if you've locked your opponent's like entire field down, now they can't flip their monsters up ever. It's some pretty cool interactions in Goat format. A lot of weird niche rulings.
Also, I realize Solomon's Law Book is the one that's like a book in a treasure chest. I'm thinking of the Spellcaster Equip spell from LOB. That's the big book with the feather, like the Book of Spellcasters
Secret Art
or something. Yeah,
Book
that's
of Secret Arts, I think.
Book
Something
of
like that.
Secret Arts. That sounds right.
Let's check out our winners here.
Oh, we already
Taking a look
have
at the
the next
bracket. We got
round.
return winner, Goat Trinity. I haven't seen that name in a while. Lavina took down Ghost Rider.
Dueling High and Oops a Cow. That's a good match. Pikatron's always
Fancy
on some
Diesel.
fun stuff too.
Oh yeah. I haven't seen Fancy Diesel in a tournament in a while.
Let's check
Maybe I
out
haven't
them and
been
Betchy.
keeping up.
I'm sure Betchy's on Chaos Turbo, unless something has happened.
Well, it looked like we had a round 2 posted here for a second, but
Oh, did it go away?
Trelange decided better of it. There we go. See if we... Oh, we've got easy to slay you against Pikatron. That would be a cool one. Confuse Ray and Coach J. Got Alvarado, Snakes on a Chain, Dueling High, Oops of Cow. Rixa and Return Winner.
Oh, I sort of want to watch that one. Rick is always playing really
I'm down.
cool decks. All right, I'm going to go to that one. I was going to do Betchy, but let's do Rixa. GGP Mission British Columbia, is that right? Forgive me if I butcher where that is. I think I've heard without any confirmation, but I'm still going to talk about it because, no NDA, I'm allowed. I think that there is Canadian GGP in the pipeline, but it hasn't gotten confirmed. I don't have a date. So hopefully that gets announced soon so we can start promoting that one along with the others.
There's a Stealth Bird on the screen here.
Yeah, we have Stealth Bird and Blade Knight. Turns out Blade Knight doesn't negate Stealth Bird and also can't get over it when it's at 1600 attack.
This is true.
I just plugged my phone in, so there's a strong chance it's going to pop something up over this game in a second.
We will learn the inner workings of your PC.
Yeah, please. All right. We're good. It didn't. My phone was almost dead, and I had exactly one cable to put it in. Oh, so we see a rat come down. That's going to get a Pac-Man type card. Nope, never mind.
Yeah, I think return winners generally playing some sort of burn strategy. I think this could just be burn with Stealth Bird, as much as I was hoping for Pac-Man. MDZ asks, is easy to slay you on that Gumo deck? Probably. I talked to him recently, but we didn't talk about this PWCQ, so I don't know if he's for sure on it. But I would say it's probably likely.
That deck is it's annoying to play against. I'll say that. I actually posted a video on my channel a few days ago from a local where I had to play against that in round 2. And every draw, because I know he's playing drop off, I hold it. I'm like, do you have a drop off? Do you have Mind Crush? Do you have Trap Dust Shoot? Do you have Time? I can't think of the Time Seal. Just please let me draw cards. Oh, yeah. Trio.
When that deck gets ahead, it's tough for it to relinquish its lead.
Yeah.
But yeah, Trio.
Oh my gosh, a Solemn on a Panda for burn. The eyes have to light up, right?
You have to do it, but yeah, you don't feel too good using your Solemn Judgments early against burn. That is for sure.
I guess this is a 2-turn clock on these attacks. It's lethal next turn.
Yeah.
Does that get everything out for Gigantes?
Yes. Interested in what the back row for return winner is here. Oh, another Panda. Okay. That's pretty good.
It's not lethal. It's 2,600 over a token. But 650 with 2 back row facing down burn is not a good place for anyone to be.
Yeah, and pretty much any one burn spell plus the Panda attack would do it, but yeah, we're just going to pass, respecting the Sakuretsu armor, mirror force here.
Might also be a
Don't
ring
hate
of
it.
destruction face down for lethal. No? I guess if it was a ring of destruction, you would force the attack, actually.
Yeah. All right, now we're getting in there. All right, goes through. You take a little bit more than that, Rixa.
Yeah, you should be taking
Oh,
2,600 unless I... Oh,
battle
yeah.
step. Oh, okay. The Justice Hurts first. All right, we're out of here.
Gotcha.
That's going to be a GG for the burn player.
I'm not wrong on that, right? Panda over a token is 2,300 of what do they call it in Yu-Gi-Oh? Piercing
Yeah.
damage, and then 300 from the token for 26. All right. So
Yeah.
he took
You're,
21. He
you're
said,
correct.
"I'm taking 21 off this." All right. Yeah. Hopefully we get to see some easy to slay you here in this tournament. After this match ends, I think we'll switch over to that match and see what he's playing.
Sounds good. Might get to catch just about the entire thing if we have a second game as quick as that one.
Yeah. Then again, if that Gumo deck can win games that fast too, so
That's
he
true.
might not.
That's true. Anytime you're slamming down Gumo into Swift Gaia the Fierce Knight, you're getting in there for some major damage quick.
I played 2 matches with that last night, and among those 2 matches, I did 6 coin flips with Gumo, and I lost 5 of them. So it was not ideal. I also, for some reason, I lost both matches. I can't think of why, but the deck is fun.
That's when you flip last turn.
Oh, true. The last turn in that deck, pick my Swift Guy, the Fierce Knight.
Not a lot at least in the meta decks, is actually going to be able to get over that.
That's true.
Oddly enough.
Yeah, Jordan, I saw that going around. Was that real? I hate asking it like that, but I saw the post about the Gyakugire, and then this card game often outsells Pokemon, and the clue was Yu-Gi-Oh. And the panda part was the tie-in to Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh. But I don't know. It felt like it was such a no one will know that, right? Like it's not like which game is Pikachu a part of, like some really well-known thing. Like they pulled out Gyakugiri Panda on Jeopardy. Like that's a weird. I'm for it for reference. It's just that was a weird clue, and I didn't think that was real. Oh, one lady guessed magic. Okay, so it was real. That's awesome. Happy to see that. That's just such a weird clue to give. Like that's a really. I feel like if you aren't well ingrained in Yu-Gi-Oh, even you might not get that one. Yeah. The question maker has to play goat. Well, hopefully they're watching this stream. If you could please, reach out to Cub, get on Goat Jeopardy. I'm sure he would love to have you, Jeopardy question maker.
Yeah, anything to not spend 2 to 3 hours making one of those games would be great.
That's funny. All right, so pretty modest start from both players. Nothing too outrageous here. Well, I say that and then immediately a tree comes down and we're going to have a trio chained? No? Okay. That has to be a little bit of a relief for Rick. It's Gorilla the Spinner. He's a orangutan a banging. That's going to be a lot of damage here. Big fan of Berserk Gorilla. He was in my side deck this past weekend. First tournament I've ever used it. He's good.
Yeah. Gorilla's super underrated card.
I didn't have to play against level limits and no enemy controllers, so he got in there a lot. All right, so 300 points through the panda here, and a back row or two. Rick usually plays some like Grand Marg Earth strategies. I've seen these stall burns with like Mecha Dog Marin. I don't often see him play something that looks to be just maybe a sort of stock warrior list.
Yeah.
Gigantes.
Oh,
Decent chunk
okay.
of damage.
So yeah, it looks like we're
23.
citing into the Earth aggro strategy. I know a lot of burn decks like to do that transition side. Duo's pretty strong here. If we've got something in our 6-card hand to follow it up,
There was a heavy
that
storm too.
BLS is quite a follow up.
Woohoo! All right, so if there is a solemn judgment among Rick's
Whoa!
back rows, this is going to be lethal for
I
Rick.
don't. Yeah, I don't know about setting those cards first. Rixa just saw the mistake.
Oh, he
Yeah.
set before attacking the Gigantes. So now what does that
Yeah.
force him into banishing the No, he's gonna just go through with it.
Just soaking it up, man.
Okay, there wasn't a solemn either way, so that was the only thing there that really would have.
That Dust Tornado could be huge, though. Return winner's going to top deck Snatch.
Or Ring of Destruction.
Yeah, either one of those would be... Or Magic Cylinder.
Okay, is it lethal? Okay,
all right,
so
no punish.
No punish for Rick. You did the O, and I'm like, what did he do? It took me a second to register. Oh, wow. That is a flex.
Yep. I owe an apology to Lava Nuke. I misread one of the comments in the chat about the wave motion cannon earlier. I thought it said that Pyro Clock of Destiny does turn the clock forward for that one, but it doesn't. That was not the question. So sorry about that. Don't mean to call out anybody. Yeah, people do forget about that second effect of the Gigantes. That is for sure. That, man, as a warrior player, I tend to not forget it. Had that burned me way too many times.
It's also a little unorthodox. I know Rick obviously realizes immediately his mistake.
Yeah.
But to set things before combat, you usually like go to main phase 2 to set your additional spells, traps, monsters, what have you. And maybe he was like, I just want to get through this turn as fast as possible, kind of thing.
Yep.
No attack, no effect. Interesting.
You think there's no malevolent catastrophe in the format to stop you, but Gigantes is the malevolent catastrophe in the format.
That is true.
How OCG Goats has catastrophe? That card would be very interesting, I think.
Yeah, it would be sided. I don't know if everyone would side it, and I don't know how many, but it would definitely be sided. Maybe even main decked. It's hard to say if it would be main decked. In aggro strategies, it probably would be. Can you... Sorry, I'm bouncing all over the place. Can you activate it on your own monster declarations? I genuinely can't remember.
I can't remember that either.
All right, let's see.
I want to say no.
Opponent's monster. Yep. Okay, that makes sense. Was this a Cyberjar? I looked away for a half second. It was. Blast with Chain, so Rick's on Gearfried, of course. Why would it be a stock warrior list? It's never a stock warrior list with Rick. Duh. I feel silly for even thinking that it was.
Big fan of Gearfried.
Yes.
All right, both sides docked up pretty good on cards. Kentucky Gear Fried Chicken.
Going down to the KGC.
The KG. No, that's what the G stood for all along. It wasn't grilled, it was Gearfried.
Yeah. Gear fried. Yeah, that's funny. Oh, huge. I guess
Blast
Blast
with
with
Chain is so
Chain.
good.
Blast with Chain's also interesting against Gigantes. Since it can just kill the Gigantes also. Or, sorry,
That's yeah.
never mind. Gigantes has to die either way. Ignore I even said that.
You could pop another monster with it, I suppose.
It might force you to pop one of your other monsters. Like,
That's
Gigantes
true.
is. If he rams a Gigantes into this breaker, this is going to be an interesting. Assuming it goes through, it would be an interesting
Yeah.
choice.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, Return Winner would either have to destroy the Breaker or the Exiled Force.
Hmm.
Neither of which you want to destroy, of course. But, Return Winner's got decisions. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cards in hand.
It's a lot. There's a Ring of Destruction,
I saw a Ceasefire.
a Ceasefire,
Jordan saw a Trio.
a Trunade, I think. There was a Trunade as well.
Trinade would be good here. But we're just throwing out Tribe.
So we'll
I don't
see.
hate that.
Tribe using priority here, maybe. Does the Blast with Chain die while equipped? No, right?
No.
It wouldn't die, so
No.
it won't get its ability. It's just going to kill the Exiled Force here. Good discard on that Nobleman. I'm surprised we still see that in the deck. I know that Warrior will set monsters sometimes, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm surprised that one didn't come out.
Yeah, I'm not sure if, Return Winner may have had some inside info or whatever, and maybe thought Rixa was playing something else.
He might fear DD Assailant. I mean, that's fair. DD Assailant is a card that, in GOAT format, I feel like often overlooked. It is an incredible card. It's a lot better in this next format, though.
Yeah. Yeah, Warrior does side Spy now, but I don't think you're going to be siding in Spy against Burn. Usually people take their Spies out against Burn.
That's true, yeah. One Spy flips, Trio happens, you're locked out. Oh, he's chaining to the first set. Alright. You don't often see this, but there are checks after, obviously, each card's set.
Yeah.
And Rick is doing that right here.
That blew my mind. Whenever I first learned that, I was like, this doesn't start a chain. They're like, it sure doesn't, but I can still respond to it.
Honestly, yeah, Master Duel helped me on just realizing every place that a check can happen. I don't play Master Duel. I played it when it launched. But that was a nice little refresher on, honestly, to prime me for playing goats, if anything.
Yeah. I have only played Master Duel to play one match against Ruxin.
Oh, sure.
That was it. It's the only time I'll ever get to summon Blue Eye Shining Dragon in quote GOAT format, and I'm happy with my time on Master Duel.
Yeah, I forgot that they released a GOAT format variant, I'll call it, on Master Duel.
Yeah.
With Change of Heart legal. As we know, Change of Heart is my favorite GOAT format card. If you guys didn't know that, now you do.
Change of Heart would be just absolutely broken in the format, obviously.
Yeah.
It'd be a fun one, but teach you to T-set pass.
I'm attacking with it. I'm not just mind controlling it.
Yeah. Oh, you set Spy turn 1?
That's a pretty good breaker.
Yeah, breaker for Zing here is really, really nice. It's one of the... I almost like obviously you're going to side in Zing against Burn, but I don't know. Sometimes I just don't want to, just because of that. It goes away to breaker, Trunade, and it's just, I don't know. it's good, but sometimes I feel like it just doesn't pull its weight.
I agree. I mean, it's best, I feel, when they only have like two back row. Like if they have additional back row, if
Right.
the breaker's still alive, if the heavy, the MSTs are still alive, it's, it's good. It can stop somebody momentarily, but it's inevitably going to get destroyed, and you'll have access to your things again, as we just saw. Granted, here a heavy storm's coming down, so I expect we'll see the Ring of Destruction on Return Winner's side here.
And we could have a number of things here, especially if we think there's a trio over there. I believe we saw that. Or maybe that was the other game. No. Yeah, this is the same game. So, yep, ring first.
Spell speed 3 to shut it off, Ricksaw. Do it.
Ugh, throwing down a judgment here would be. I don't know about that one. But I guess. Return Winner's at 5,300. It would help you push some damage potentially. Ceasefire next. Okay. Do we have trio just desserts? Oh, we do.
Oh.
Yeah, I thought that may be coming whenever Return Winner didn't crash the breakers.
This is going to be a mighty amount of damage. There might be a... Well, never mind. I was going to say there could be a Tarantula at the end of this play, but there can't, since it will be killed by the Heavy Storm.
Mm-hmm.
That's where a Spell Speed 3 would have came in handy. We wouldn't have seen the Ceasefire trio or Just Desserts chained. But obviously the only one that he would realistically play is
Judgment?
Solemn Judgment, yeah.
Yeah.
Now, if this was
Maybe...
Gulas, Gulas would have had a really good 7 tools there. Pay 1,000 to destroy all these burn spells, which would have been nice.
I was going to say, Gulas may have been onto something. Here comes Panda.
Oh, wow. Okay, do we know the face now?
Oh,
what a target!
That thing has 0 defense.
We'll see if that's a target for Panda. I imagine that's... Oh.
Oh,
there was already an attack. No attack?
No attack. We're playing it conservatively again. Interesting. So we see we have all 3 copies of Blast with Chain in the graveyard. Awesome. I wonder just how many Gear Frees we're playing. Seen a lot of these decks only play 1, maybe 2, something around there, but well, Return Winner's going in for it now.
Another Panda would be lethal. That's not quite.
This gets in for 28. Yeah, we just attack over 2 of the Ojamas, and that's lethal.
Oh, sure. 34.
Yeah. Yep. Take him down to 600.
Yep, 17. Yep.
Oh.
Good match. Return Winner, seeing that line. I was like, why did he summon the Lily there? It makes sense, because he had lethal. That's why you summon the Lily there.
Yeah.
Gotta be at work at 30. There you go, Rick.
All right, seen a lot of wins from the burn players so far in the tournament. Well, okay, we have seen Chaos Turbo. We cut over to the Alvarado Nessa match there for a little bit.
Alvarado's still playing, so he is an option. Betchy's match is done, so is Easy to Slay You.
Unfortunate. Our backup match is done.
We could watch Sight and Archangel. Get Sight back.
We could go back to Sight.
Pim and Ohms at home. Let's check out Pim. I don't think I've ever had Pim on the stream. I know Pim in real life. He's a nice guy. We'll see how he fares against what looks like Reasoning Gate Turbo. Oh wow, this graveyard's stacked.
Yeah, that's the whole deck right there. Oh, Spell Economics.
So
okay,
he's playing a version of the Mass Driver OTK then, or maybe it's just in there for good Dimension fusions.
Could be. I don't see any of the other pieces, and I know I've been playing a lot of the DMOC launch deck recently, and I do side into Reasoning Gate, but I haven't been leaving any Spell Economics in, so it could also just be, like Madcap just said in the chat, it could just be in there for just an option, like, oops, I just OTK'd you out of nowhere. Sorry.
Yeah, and that's fair.
There's a
All
speed burn
three.
2-0. Evans GR, is that you? I know I played you on speed burn recently.
I just realized, even though I know I saw Pim have a swords in play, that now Ohms at home also has a swords in play.
Yep.
So, classic
Oop,
sword
no
standoff.
attacking. Kind of need to pull up this over here so I can check these graveyards again. Because does RGT have a way here? I guess only 2 Dimension Fusions are gone. So if we're playing 3 Dim Fuse, we got a pretty stacked Banish pile here. I guess getting back Crane is a cost, potentially. Interesting.
I wonder if Pim, if the attack goes through for Kaiku, something happens to stop Sork, and Ohms tries to Dimension Fusion for lethal with the extra picks from Kaiku.
Yeah. Could be interesting. If you're...
There's 3 lights and 3 darks, so there's not even an advantage to getting rid of one specific.
Yeah. And say if you're on Pim's side, you may actually just consider not using the effect from Kaiku.
That's also true.
What's up, Ohms?
Rachel says, won a Switch years ago with RGT, teching 1 Economics and Cannon Soldier. Got a couple easy wins from that. That sounds awesome. I'm surprised you don't see a little more. I mean, there for a while, the Democ, Shadow Priestess of Ohm. I just realized that might be maybe where Ohms at Home gets their username from. Maybe not. But the Shadow Priestess of Ohm deck during Dad Return format was very obnoxious to play against. It would get you. Like, you could have everything, you could combo off perfectly, but then they just loop you on their first turn, and there's nothing you could do about it.
All right. Well, now, if we are looking at Dimension Fusion, we get back Crane and we can't pass the turn or we just lose.
Yeah.
So I wonder if there's... do we have enough monsters for... We do have enough monsters between Dimension Fusion and the Scapegoats for Cannon Soldier lethal. If that's a potential thing. There's like summon out... There's got to be Cannon Soldier in the deck, right? If we're playing the spell economics. So... Like, you could summon it out, burn for 2,000, Dimension Fusion, burn for another 2,000.
I mean, maybe Ohms has a Trunade face down? 1, 2. There's still a Trunade live. So, I mean, assuming that Ohms plays 3. This is game 2, so maybe not.
Yeah.
Oh, Tundo. Vincent Tundo. That guy was... still is, I'm sure... just a great mind for the game. Like, the life equalizer, blasting the ruins deck, anything that he could, if he could play Royal Magical Library, that guy did. And here we're gonna try to see a card destruction do a deck out. I was a big fan of Vincent Tundo. He used to go to the Columbus, Ohio regionals, even though he was from New York, which was wild.
Card destruction deck out.
Oh, congrats to Pim on the deck out there. Oh, I forgot. Kaiku made it to where, obviously, he couldn't play a Chaos guy either.
Yeah. I think the last card was Giant Trunade. Can't see the hand, but the card discarded was a BLS, so if there was a third Trunade, unfortunately, on the bottom of the deck.
Oh, here we go. We'll see. Token Thanksgiving. Okay, so he was ready to gain some more life points here. What was the other one? Reveal your secrets. Oh, another Scapegoat. Oh,
okay.
2 Trunades. Well, like I said, this is game 2,
never mind.
so he might have cited one out, maybe. Or just only maybe plays 2. Yeah. All right, so that's another one. Let's see who's still playing. Who do we got left?
Oh, cited. Yeah, only 2 Defusion in the deck as well. Yeah. Interesting.
There's
I don't think I
Confuser.
saw. I don't think I saw the Cannon Soldier in there either. I've already clicked off the match, but
Yeah, now that you say it, there was not a cannon soldier in the banish or the graveyard, and the card in hand was,
interesting.
yeah. I don't think it was a cannon soldier, anyways.
Hmm.
Interesting.
I think,
So who
think
do
I
we
agree
want to
with
go
Michael
to?
Gray here. Just side out the economics, get it out.
I agree with that as well. It's a little
But
bizarre to take out one of the combo pieces and leaving that. I mean, you're taking out one of the reasons you would play that card too.
right.
I guess you still get your premature burial, but oh, all right. So I went into Angel Arch or Arc versus Sight, and I see an End of Anubis in play. So there's some cooking happening, as it were. Uh,
Okay.
we have Spell Shield type 8 on Sight's end, and a Shining Angel in the graveyard on Angel Arcs. And
This is insane. I love the End of Anubis. This card, it looks so sick. The original Secret Rare is just the beautiful card. I If
yeah,
only it had 1200 defense. It would still probably be unplayable, but it would be a lot more playable.
yeah. Hey, there's not a lot of single tribute, monsters with more attack than monarchs. Like there are some, obviously
Hmm.
Summon Skull. What is it? Gogi? Yeah, Gogiga Gagagigo or Giga Gagagigo. One of the two. Um,
That one, yeah.
yeah, but there's not that many.
Yeah. Sight's over here having a think.
Oh, gotta ask a
Um,
question on something here. Wonder what the question could be.
oh, I jumped in here right after you did, so I didn't even see that. Okay. I don't see.
Well, let's see if they ask in the Judge Call on the Goat channel.
Could be.
Does End of
Could be.
Anubis stop Exiled Force since it resolves in the grave, does not activate? I thought that End of Anubis does not negate
No,
Exiled Force. It does.
it shouldn't.
Exiled Force, when tributed for its effect, certainly does activate in the graveyard. This is from the judge rulings. The reason is if
What?
Skill Drain is on the field, its effect does not resolve. If
No.
End of
What? Whoa, whoa,
Anubis is on
whoa.
the field.
Exiled Force does not activate in the graveyard. Exiled Force resolves in the graveyard.
So, the
That's.
ruling they have is from Kevin Tewart that did all the upper deck rulings. I
Oh, so this is
it's
one of those
just
wonky ones?
this is a wonky one from Kevin Tewart. Those of you that aren't familiar with the history of Yu-Gi-Oh, I'm just going to very briefly. So basically, when rulings came, um, the end all be all ruling master was Kevin Tewart, and whatever he says went. There were other folks that had similar powers, I would say. I guess I'll call it powers. Simon St. Pukti was another one. He was a judge in the Kentucky area. Absolute, just unit of a judge. Very smart. So, in this regard, I guess we're going to see Exiled Force
Hmm.
get stopped by End of Anubis. So, it's interesting.
Interesting. Huh. Yeah,
Yugi Boomer. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
it definitely activates on the field. It does not resolve on the field though. That's
Yeah.
for sure, because it does get around skill drain. Um,
I wonder how
Weird.
that works now. Like, what it would do now, if that's still how the official wording or ruling would be. But I mean, the one that they linked a specific one from April 12th, 2005 from Kevin Tewart, so that's the one they're gonna go with
Yeah.
because that's how it worked then. It's definitely bizarre to see that. And well, End of Anubis got it, so it doesn't stop it now. So those of you that don't know, Gamerator is a judge for a lot of events, and so I typically trust Not typically every time I've ever thought he was wrong on a ruling. It turns out he's usually right. So it looks like that's not how it would work anymore, but this is how that works in GOAT format. It looks like. Uh, who are you thinking for the next little piece of action here, Cub?
Mm, we haven't seen Don't Copy in a while.
Yeah, we get Don't
That
Copy
could
on
be a
there.
good one. Yeah, we've already popped in on Nessa and Alvarado. I'm going over there.
Oh, we got a lot of people in this one. All right, let's see. We got 20 cards in the graveyard over here. And that is a lot of good cards in the yard for Don't Copy.
Yeah, I do see specific rulings for Exiled Force for now that says the effect activates on the field specifically. So
Yeah, I mean, I would have probably gotten that one wrong if you asked me to roll on that. I would
yeah,
have
I
said
would have too.
obviously Exiled Force works, but it doesn't in this iteration of GOAT format. Or this is the only iteration. This is GOAT format. So we caught this one at the very end. It looks like. So let's try again. Uh, Congratulations to the winner of that. Let's see if Confused Ray is still battling here.
That's kind of interesting. I know there's one of my favorite GOAT format rulings is XYZ Dragon Cannon. You cannot. This one has several actually. It doesn't have a spell speed to summon, so you can't respond to the summon with Torrential Tribute or Bottomless Trap Hole or anything like that. And also, there was a ruling from 2005 that said even though it's not properly fusion summoned, you can summon it off of Dimension Fusion if it gets banished, just for no reason.
What? Is that the
Yep.
only fusion you can do that with?
I think it's specifically XYZ Dragon Cannon. Yeah, it might be the others as
That's
well.
wild.
The other XYZs.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're not fusion summoned successfully, but just because of the ruling, you can use Dimension Fusion to get it back. Was that game 5?
This was a magical game 5. There must have been some really intense Ring of Destructions in this match.
That's awesome.
I didn't want to leave the game just so I could say that was a game 5. All right, so this round is going through very quickly.
Yeah.
We still have Alvarado and Nessa. Let's. I like Ludy. Let's see what Ludy's playing.
Sure.
Yeah, since we already know what Nessa and Alvarado are, and it looks like they're finished. Or wait, that's not their username, right? It's probably on here.
Yeah.
That was Dark Master Zork. Am I crazy? All right.
Yep.
All right.
Ludy be playing the Zork a lot.
I didn't. I've not seen that on Ludy's end in my 3 matches I've played against Ludy in. So I'm blessed to be here to see Dark Master Zork on the table. All right. Ludy looks to be in a pretty good spot. Nessa does have a couple cards to work with, but that might have been the light they needed. Well, Kaiku's in play, so yeah. Best option here is a Gravekeeper Spy.
Yep.
Or,
Now Ludy often plays. Ludy often just plays like a warrior pile with Zork in it. This looks like it may be a little bit more. Maybe a little bit. Well, no, we see the level 2 over here. We just have a Cyber Jar just hanging out. So it could still be the warrior-y thing. Break for the Kaiku could be good here. Since we do have Dark Light for Nessa, BLS would be lethal. Oh, just a pass from Nessa? Okay. We see... I guess we couldn't see Zork plus normal summon, but... Giant Orc, there we go. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Ludy's been rocking the Giant Orcs in the side for a little bit now, too.
Is Ludy playing Deck Devastation Virus in the side as well? I know that
can't remember
exceptionally well with the work, is why I bring it up.
I can't remember if there's DDV in the side. It's been a while since I looked at the list. I didn't see that one specifically, but absolutely could be in there. Wondermaker's saying it's in there. So love me a good giant orc.
Yeah.
Move over, Goblin Attack Force. We've
we
got the bigger guy here.
we prefer commons, not ultras. Actually, I
That's
guess
right.
at this point, Goblin probably had a common printing, but yeah, and
It may have at that
giant
point.
giant orc got there, so you'll love to see it. We are in for a treat today. We've had a lot of cool stuff on stream.
Oh yeah, people are out here doing some cool things. Love to see it.
Oh, he was top
Maybe
decking BLS next. That's rough.
that giant orc can't compare to Gaff. Yeah, I don't know. I'm an orc fan. Yeah, Alvarado looks like the last match here.
This is game 3. Well, he's playing against Goblin Attack Force.
There we go. We got all the big beaters. We just need to catch up to Easy to Slay You so that we can have Gumo on the stream.
Yeah,
And then we've got them all.
we'll put Easy to Slay You on the stream in the next round. If you're okay with that, I'll go ahead and queue that one up whenever they get paired. How did
I'm
they
down
do?
for sure.
Easy did win
Gulas
against Pikatron.
Gulas called it giant dork.
It's pretty good. Maybe the name of the deck is Giant Zork because it plays Giant Orcs and Dark Master Zork.
Ooh. I like that one. Gonna have to play the name on the channel or the deck on the channel now so that I can so I can steal the name.
I got you. That's what I'm good at,
Giant
is naming
Zork.
things. Big Zork energy. There you go. There you go. There you go, Janjo. Jonjo. Right, and we are in a pretty good snatch steel deterrent. Let's make sure that it's. I mean, Anthony Alvarado is definitely playing around snatch here, but I wanted to make sure. Oh, a TT. Well, that's pretty good. Now he can run something else out without fear. He is down to 1 chaos monster though. Assuming he keeps in the second Stork. I know some Chaos Turbo players are fond of taking the second one out to maybe make the deck even more consistent. Especially if you're bringing in like Zombiras, Kaikus, that kind of thing. You don't have to fully rely on those big chaos monsters. Alright. So, Alvarado has carded... Oh, wow. Just accidentally clicked off Dueling Book. Oops.
That's all right. Google's more important.
Yeah.
Um,
I wasn't watching this. No. I wanted to see if there's Thunder Dragons in Anthony's hand, and it looks like there are 2. Just trying to figure out, if I can, what everybody still has. Not Morpidorp asking for the bracket. Do they post that? That won't work in here, will it?
there should be a bracket command.
Oh.
I know I took the commands for my Twitch channel from Thrust from this channel. So and there was a bracket command, but it doesn't look like it's being posted. I can comment it here really quick. There you go, Morp. The current goat of goat, Alvarado. That is correct.
He won Worlds last year, right?
Sure did.
I was pretty positive.
Alvarado is the goat.
So the history of online I'm not nearly as comfortable with as the history of in paper.
Sure. Is Alvarado on control or turbo post side? I guess we haven't seen a game 1 from Alvarado, but I would guess he's on turbo with a control side.
That's typically what a lot of turbo lists have been doing, citing in the meta scapegoat package. And it looks like Anthony got that one just by being a little extra aggressive, realizing that TT, one Socrates, Mirror Force, and Ring's gone. Like, there's not a lot of stuff. Like, second and third Saku are really the only thing that Snakes on a Shane could have really had there. Great
Mm-hmm.
win. But hey, Snakes on a Shane got one from Anthony, and that is not an easy thing to do. He is an absolutely exceptional player. So that concludes round 2. We're already going to round 3, which I guess checks out. We started at noon, but it feels sort of like this tournament's going pretty quickly.
Mm-hmm. Only it only has 5 rounds here, but oh, there's the 6th. Okay, you just had to scroll down. I was like, I'm pretty sure we're playing 6 rounds today.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Anthony played. I mean, I think he got what top 4 at Orlando, and that's the only GGP I know. Oh, he went to Texas
Mm-hmm.
too, and I'm pretty
Yep.
sure he top 8 at that one as well. So pretty good.
Yep, he did.
2 for 2 on GGP top 8s in addition to however many PWCQs he won. I feel like it was each one there for like 3 months he had won, and there were 2 a month. So,
Yeah.
and then the GFCs, I'm not sure how he performed in those, but yeah, when players go on a tear, it seems like they go on absolute tears. Um, yeah, right now he is on a bit of a heater, so we'll see if that continues going into round 3. We will be looking at Easy to Slay You to start this next round, as long as they didn't magically drop from the tournament. It'd be nice to see the Jirai Gumo, or as my friends affectionately call it, Jerry Gumbo deck. So we'll try to get
Jerry
some
Gumbo.
Jerry Gumbo in here.
Easy overslept and missed round 1. That's funny.
we we finished before the round ended. I don't know if that's
Yeah.
happened in any of the tournaments I've streamed so far.
There we go. There we go.
There you go,
Big
Bryce. Jerry Gumbo is sticking. It looks like.
big round of applause to all the GOAT players for finishing before time was called.
Please continue to
Love,
play at a great pace, in
yeah,
this
love
great
to see it.
place.
We've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 drops so far. Okay, so we're down to just about 40 people. Should be a fairly quick one. Maybe.
It looks like
speak
Sweetie
in-
dropped at 1-0. Oh,
Huh.
I think they mentioned the protest of Chaos Turbo, if I remember correctly.
Oh, yeah.
That's right. A
That's
lot
right.
of people gathered outside of their house.
The, the great turbo protest of 2025.
Yes. Oh, well, Sight is playing Easy to Slay You. So even though we've had Sight
Ooh.
on each round, I think we're going to see Sight again because it's going to be a fun deck against another fun deck. Not saying fun as in not playable. It's just when I think of any deck that plays unorthodox picks is a very fun deck.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully,
Yep.
people go XO playing those cards. It makes the format more exciting.
Worth noting, Sight and Easy to Slay You, both teammates in War League for this season.
Oh.
Easy joined. They're my teammates as well. They both are Easy joined our team for the last 2 or 3 weeks, I believe.
So regrettably, I'm in the War League Discord, and I'm privileged enough to have speaking privileges, but I have no idea what this whole season looks like. I should probably educate myself a little bit on this, but yeah, I have no clue what's going on. I don't know who's doing well. I assume if Rico is still a team, they're doing well. But that's just because, if I remember correctly, they won last year. um,
Yeah.
but that's the only team that I know for sure. What's the team name that you guys are on?
I'm on the Battle Oxen.
Battle. That's a
Or
cool name.
The Atlanta team, so it's BATL.
That's cool. Battle
Yeah.
spelled BATL.
Yep.
Oh, are you on there? Is Aaron part of that or Karam?
Uh, yeah, Aaron is our he's our captain. Yep.
Oh, perfect. ATL, he's the first person I think of when it comes to goat. Um, he's a
Yep.
pretty cool guy. Those of you
Aaron's
unfamiliar, he's
doing a
part of the
great job down there.
staff. Yeah, for goat format. He helps set up a lot of the GGPs that we have coming up this year. His included on May 31st. I'm gonna try to go to that one.
Yep. The Atlanta events are always great. I show up to a lot of them, GGP or not. We had a 3v3 was the most recent tournament we had down in Atlanta.
I
That was
know
super
he
fun.
did something around Halloween this last year, but I was
Mm-hmm.
unfortunately stuck in Wisconsin at work, and I was not able to go
We
to
had
that one.
we've got the playmat. It doesn't say it on here. I think they called it the Spooktacular event or something. It was a 1K.
Mm,
The one around Halloween. I ended up top 8ing that one. That was a great event.
very nice. Did you play Des Lacuda?
I did not. I played the old cat burn.
Oh, fair enough. Someone was playing that this past weekend in Muncie, Indiana, at that console
Mm.
tournament, and I think they were X1 going into the last round, and they just missed top 8, which was a relief to me because that is a deck that I don't want to play against, pretty much ever. Um, it's a very it's like a deck that just gets you. Like there's nothing you could
Yeah.
do if it gets what it gets.
Yeah, it definitely has those games where you just get your free wins. Um, I like that, but I also really like the deck just for the those games where you don't have those free wins, the busted draws, and you just have to like fight it out with Des Wombats and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But looks like we have something holding this up in the Discord.
That's what I'm checking.
Or we
I'm not
just
seeing them. I know some people are already playing though.
yeah, I see people hosting. But I also see time was called 3 minutes ago.
All right, it
Of
looks
course,
like
the round was done before that.
site's been hosting for about 2 minutes, so we should see um, this match start pretty soon. We could always watch someone else, but I really want to get Easy to Slay You on here. That assuming he's playing the Jerry Gumbo deck, like that's just too fun to not give it a little bit of sunshine.
Yeah.
Hope JDZ is doing well. He is. Promise. He is not in my basement. No, but he is playing Lorcana and doing all kinds of Lorcana stuff. And with any luck and hope, hopefully he'll be eventually one of the main commentators for that game. Honestly, we all know how wonderful he is, and I'm not saying I want to lose JDZ as our wonderful goat host because he said he'll be back, and I know he will. But at the same time, I recognize that he has a pretty awesome opportunity right now, and I want him to do whatever is best for him. And that's why Cub and I are here to make sure that you guys still get coverage. We're going to do the best we can to make the fun and make it enjoyable. And that is my answer for hope JDZ is going well. I'm a little awkward. All right, let's get into Easy to Slay You's game.
All right.
Oh, we could
Finally
check
have it
out
up.
Big Noodle
We do.
next if they're playing an obscure deck. Or they're saying if they're playing an obscure deck, it could be fun. I'll see about getting Big Noodle on this after this match.
Yeah, I would say it's probably a good chance Big Noodle's on some sort of off meta thing.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like
Just a couple back row into a pass. So, all right. safe to say that Easy to Slay You is playing a very similar strategy to what we've seen before over the past couple of weeks.
Oh yeah. DD Assailant, I imagine, will be a Gumo. Let's see what Sight has to say. I would imagine, like, you know, Sight is playing Scapegoats, all that good stuff, but oh, interesting. Oh, that was on the end. Okay, I just totally missed that. But like Sight's playing Scapegoats, metas, all that good stuff, but generally these aggro decks are pretty decent against Burn. But I guess this could be the one one of the better builds of Burn against the aggro decks, so it'll be a cool matchup here.
Just to show you guys, I literally have this guy's deck built in my hands right now to play against my friends at Locals. We love the Jerry Gumbo experience.
That's awesome.
He has influenced my play group enough that we realize this could be a real deck and we need to make sure we know how to play against it. Yeah. All right, let's see if he gets luckier than I did. That's the cost of playing with a spider. But yeah, it feels so good.
Are you bringing Gumo to the GGP?
I'll probably have it on me just for playtesting, but I doubt I'll be playing.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
I want to play though. I just don't know if it's going to be feasible to have the live stream set up without somebody commentating. I guess most of the in-person events do not have live commentary, so it is possible. I don't know. I'll work that out over the next day or two, because those of you that plan to go to Goat Grand Prix Kentucky, just know the spots are filling up rather quickly. Last night there were only 16 available slots left, and at this point I assume 1 or 2 have probably signed up since then. So just know, if you're trying to go to Goat Grand Prix Lexington, Kentucky, next Saturday, starts at, I believe, noon. Let's see, I have the thing here. I can't read it. It's too tiny. Yes, at noon. Just realize that you want to sign up sooner rather than later to ensure that you get your spot. Did we just stop being live?
I think there's a big delay going on, because I thought it froze at 1.2, but I think it...
Okay, there we go. Yeah, okay. I was a little worried that I did something wrong.
Yeah. No one's put any Fs in chat yet, so I think we're still good. Oh, we see the cold wave from Sight here in game 1. Okay.
Man.
Wouldn't have expected the game 1 cold wave, but maybe I'm just misremembering the deck. Gumo, though, not really the card you want to see against the Secret Barrel deck, I guess.
Very true. And honestly, against set monsters, you don't really want to risk those half-life points over clearing out, in theory, a Sinister Serpent or a Sangan or something. Okay.
Right.
Easy got that call. I mean, that was a good he destroyed a good card too. So that wasn't that bad. Card advantage is in Easy's favor. So he's looking nice right now.
It is Jirai Gumo when you hit the coin toss, but it is Jerry Gumbo when you miss.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Jerry Gumbo. That's gonna be the new thing you'll hear people saying.
Love that. We've got so many names for cards that are just like names now. So like now we have Jerry Gumbo, we have Donald Zalude, Desmond Wombat.
Desmond Wombat? I've not heard that one. That's funny. Hello.
That's one that
Donald Zalude here. I'm a lawyer. That's what that reminds me of.
Petty gave me that name for Wombat. I love it.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I call Sangan Sangantha too.
Sangantha. That's funny. So Compulse brought back the Jiragumo. Obviously, you have to respect how powerful the spider is. It will bite you, and it is venomous, so you really don't want that to happen. So you better Compulse it back to your hand. That way you can venom your opponent, not yourself. We'll see if anything can come down to maybe clear these back row. Like, I feel like a Heavy Storm would have been just ripped from the grip, but we didn't see that. So, I'm not sure. Cold Wave did shut Easy to Slay You off last turn, though.
Yep. Cold Wave's a powerful card.
Yeah.
But certainly doesn't stop your Agumo from just coming down and eating a little bit more. Though we are getting close. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess we're not that far off from Secret Barrel killing.
Double Secret Barrel kills. Ring of Destruction draws the game.
Yeah. Yeah, that's one thing about Gumo for sure. The rings get a little awkward. But Sight having a think over here, it seems. We flip up a Jar of Greed. Sight really needs to find Scapegoat, or Tsukiyomi, or something like that. Yeah, we're going into the tank. Okay. Sight's at 1100. Does Gumo start a chain? I assume no, right? I think it does.
Yeah, I would have.
I could be wrong about
I
that.
genuinely don't know, but I think it does.
I'd rather have a judge rule on that than myself, but I looked it up before. I just cannot remember. I've looked up rulings for just about every card at this point.
Yeah.
We're getting some stuttering on the stream, says Petty.
Some stuttering. Is that the stream? Just issues with the stream? Let me make sure that my internet is still fine. Huh.
Okay. MDZ saying the same thing.
I'm not sure what I can do to alleviate that on my end. Like I said, it was really weird. On my end, it said the live stream was offline for a half second. Like right now, it's loading really bad if I have YouTube open. Let me just close YouTube on my computer. Maybe that's it. I just have too much going on. This is a pretty okay computer. Notice I say okay, not great.
Yeah.
Let me open up YouTube on my phone. Just so I have
SDan99 asks, why don't you guys show the hands and face downs and give the live a delay? We actually wouldn't have access to knowing the hands and the face downs because these are all live matches.
If that was possible, like poker, that'd be amazing. I would love that.
Yeah.
Even with a minute, 2 minute delay, whatever we would need to make that work, that'd be great. But yeah, like just like Cup said, it's the website just doesn't allow for that yet. Maybe at some point they'll have a broadcaster view and like I don't know, give a handful of people, you know, god tier authority in dueling book, but I don't foresee that happening. All right, let's see if he got the flip. So the stream is buffering to them. I don't know if this is something I can fix without.
Looks like on my end it's going a little bit better now. I've got it pulled up too.
Right, let me see if there's anything I can do without turning the stream off. So historically, I've also not used this. It could be it because I know Discord is a really bizarre program. It could be Discord maybe that's causing it. I hope not, but that's one of the things. It does look like my that I'm dropping a lot of frames though. I'm not sure what's going
on. I guess instead of a private call, I could just jump into like the staff chat or something
Yeah,
and go for my Discord. Maybe that helps out a little bit.
we could see if that works. Let's try that, I suppose. Alright, if you all are able to still hear me, I am switching to a different place, and hopefully this will fix things. I'm genuinely hoping so. I'm not sure that it will, but I'm like I said, I'm hoping that this fixes things. Sorry if the stream is it's not watchable. Sorry, I'm trying to fix this on my end. Hopefully this fixes things here.
I am back and I'm in here.
Yeah, I can see my connection is pretty poor in Discord. It might be Discord. Let me check. My download speed is a gigabyte right now, so it's not my internet speed. Let's see what my upload speed is. Yeah, my ping is going all over the place, though. My ping went from like 5 to 23 to 108 to 10. It ended at 23. My upload speed is terrible right now. Usually it's about a gig, and I'm at 13. And I don't know why. I wonder if... I'm trying to think of a way to work around this.
Close torrent, Cub. I barely have anything open on my end. This is all being run from Kenny's end, so it's not me. I can say
this would be me for sure. I just don't know. Like, it's my Discord keeps pinging like crazy. I'm gonna, for like a minute, I'm gonna leave Discord just to see if that fixes it. But I'll be right back just to like see if that is the issue, and we can figure out another way to do a voice call that might not be as intensive. I pretty much have to close Discord anytime I render videos because it tells me that it's like the issue. So give me one moment. Alright, I'm going to close out Discord entirely. So the way that Cub and I were just commentating was through Discord. And we'll see if this fixes it. It's the Boneheimer brothel internet. Well, once again, I'm getting a gigabyte download speeds, and my upload speeds are usually very similar, like 800 megabits, 900 megabits. So, hopefully, this fixes it. Usually the last time I was live streaming was in Wisconsin, and I had some better internet, I guess. Or it definitely wasn't as fast, but maybe it was Spectrum was better than Frontier. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm hardwired in. I'm not on Wi-Fi. How are things sounding on your all's end? Is anything still stuttering after leaving the call? So my other option is I would have to stop the